Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're playing Bubsy in Claw's Encounter to the Third Kind. So we got a basic little platformer here we're going to be playing. So this one you can bounce. Fairly hard to control at times here. I'm not sure I really like the way it's done. All four buttons are jump. I don't like that it's timed, is also something I'm not a huge fan of. Okay, so I don't really like the way the camera functions in this one. It's hard to tell what's going on at sometimes. I mean, it's not bad in any regard for the most part, but it doesn't control as well as you would like it to. He tends to be falling a lot, even in weird spots where you probably shouldn't be. I mean, it's a fun, silly little game. It's probably good for everybody to play and enjoy, but it's definitely not a... yeah, I don't know what's going on with half the time where he's like doing weird things. We got some blind... I mean, it's just very, just out of the blue, don't know what to expect, and all of a sudden you're just like all over the place. Various just blind jumps, blind everything. Like sometimes you land fine, sometimes you start going crazy. I don't know, there's just very inconsistent play on this. I mean, the water thing is what it is on that. Like, I guess you get to, you don't get to try it again. It's just over. All right, fair enough. I don't know what he was sliding on. There was nothing there, but he just slides in midair. I mean, there's a uniqueness to it. I mean, the collecting yarn balls, yeah, I guess you're a cat, so it's fine. I don't know. Like, the game is functional, the game is playable. It doesn't handle overly well. It feels like you're always kind of a little bit on the ice. All four buttons jump, like I said, but one does this. Okay, so the top two do the little thing here, and the bottom two just jump. Yeah, stuff like that where you just start kind of... The game just kind of pushes you along on some invisible rail or something, and it's weird. Like, you'll be in midair, and it's just like, oh, you got a gust of wind or something. Why did that happen? We landed on it, but we still fall, and again, the game is kind of inconsistent. Okay, so we do have height damage. Fair enough, I guess. Even though it says go down. I don't know. This part is a little confuckling me. Trying to get up there, but for whatever reason, we're flying right through that stupid thing. And then it says to go down, but when we do fall down, this happens. So it's like it tells you to go down, but you can't actually go down. Trying to go up, I keep falling through the... Yeah, it has potential. It's still playable, but it's really aggravating as hell. Like, there's really these massive, massive, inconsistent, like, weird things going on that don't make any sense. Are we gonna land on the damn thing? Again, like I said, it tells us to go down, but we can't go down. Oh, and we failed that one too. You don't like heights, but you're jumping through trees. I don't know. I just want to see what's going on here. Like, it says go down. Okay, so that time it worked. Can we literally just run through this level? Almost, huh? Fair enough. The fact that you can't see below you is really kind of obnoxious, where you have these blind falls where you have no idea what's going on. He doesn't platform well enough for this. Like, he's all over the place when you're trying to jump on things. He doesn't like do it very well. It's more aggravating than fun. I mean, it's playable. Once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. But he just doesn't perform or control as well as you would like. I mean, we're sitting here looking at a platformer, and it's not platforming. And the actually part where you land, there's this weird part where, unless you do it perfectly on like this one small little pixel or whatever, if you're not touching that one pixel, you fall through the thing regardless of how much on it you are. It's like if you're not dead center onto it, you don't make it. And it's really annoying because that. Like, you go that way and it pushes you back. It's really annoying. I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if it's a little programming issue. but there's so many inconsistencies when you're jumping. Like, this is a platforming game. Like, the entire game is you jumping, but yet it does not jump right. As you saw, like, we tried to jump over that way, and for whatever reason, we got kind of pushed. You see that throughout the entire game, when we be flying, and then something will either, like, push us one direction or kind of go another, and it shouldn't. Like, I get that in reality, there's wind currents and everything, but they still don't push you. Like, the wind's got to be pretty damn bad for you to jump in the air and get pushed, you know, at any distance at all. So, like, the fact that it's happening is really kind of frustrating and annoying in more ways than one. The simple fact that, A, the jumping is not well done. B, the fact that jumping onto items, especially some of the smaller ones, you have to hit dead center on a perfect pixel, or no matter where else you are on that thing, you just fall through it. And we find that happening more and more often, which really lends a very annoying factor to the game, more so than enjoyable, where they didn't make it to where as long as you hit any part of that thing, you're just kind of on it. No, instead, we're like, oh, you didn't quite touch this one spot, you're falling through it. And it's really obnoxious. Like, other than that, the gameplay is decent. There's a lot going on. I wish that with the amount of, kind of, like I've said this before, like, if you're going to have a game that has a decent amount of exploration, the time limit just kind of sucks. Like, I do get it, and there's nothing wrong with the time limit, but if you're going to have a lot of stuff going on in the level for people to want to enjoy it, like, why have it to where you actually have to rush through the level instead of try to enjoy the level? Because there's a lot going on, and there's like 18 different directions you can go at any one time. And there's so much in the game. The game had a lot of potential, but I think the platforming is a huge crux on this game and a huge downfall, which is kind of stupid because the entire game is a platformer. But I think that especially later on when it becomes even more, like we got into that level where you have to do the one log, and the thing is not even that small, but we weren't landing dead center for whatever reason, and we were just falling through it, and when we were jumping to it, we'd get pushed back a little bit. And all of that just leads to a very not fully enjoyable game, and it really is disappointing because there is so much there with this game that could have been somewhat enjoyable, but that just makes it very not. I mean, it lends something where, okay, you got to try to figure it out. Maybe there's more nuances that we didn't pick up on, but I just didn't like the way it was doing it to where I don't care to find out if it's a nuanced game or not. It feels unfinished and buggy, and with that, I don't really enjoy it. You can see that there are different things you could do, and there's a lot going on in the game, but I really find that the platforming where you miss a lot of things is just fundamentally wrong. And the jumping in the air and being pushed into a different direction or off, in any way, shape, or form is very disheartening in a platforming game. So it is playable. There's nothing overly wrong with the game. There's things you got to get used to, things you have to accept. Other than that, it's definitely a speedrunning game. You can have a lot of fun trying to speedrun. You're not going to be getting all the yarn, but trying to beat times, trying to do stuff. It has a lot of potential to be a lot of different game styles. Where, like I said, you could just run through the whole thing and try to collect everything. Being a collector is going to be a pain in the ass. It's going to be pretty difficult in this game because of the time limit. But, I mean, there's that one, kind of game style that you could play. You could do this. Definitely lends itself to speedrunning. So you could do the speedrunning, or you could just have the casual, get there, collect most of the yarn, what you can, get through it without, killing yourself trying to speedrun it. And there's all these different ways of being able to actually play the game. So that in and of itself lends itself really well. They give you enough lives to be able to have fun with it. Looks like you probably gain lives pretty easily. So all in all, the game can be fun depending on how you want to play it. But I feel like in some instances it really is going to be really frustrating with some of the weird quirks. We'll call them quirks till we know otherwise about the game, the jumping and the platforming parts. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining. Until next time, have a good one.